Hey there, welcome to LSAT Demon Daily. I'm Ben Olson, that's Nathan Fox. We're the founders of LSATdemon.com and our weekly podcast, Thinking LSAT. We have an email from Anonymous.
Hello, Ben and Nathan. First, I just want to say thanks for the great podcast. I'm a rising senior in college, and I'm writing to ask your advice on whether I should apply early decision to UCLA this fall. I know you both generally recommend against applying early decision, but I'm in a somewhat unique situation that seems to make it a close call. Can something be somewhat unique?
It's either unique or not.
Sorry to nitpick, but yeah, that word unique always kind of grates on me. Okay, so you think you've got a different situation. Let's see. Tuition cost isn't a factor in my decision because I can attend any UC law school tuition free as the dependent of an injured veteran. Any merit scholarships I receive would go towards living expenses.
Wait, is that true? I feel like if they knew you were tuition free, the merit scholarships just wouldn't be granted.
This is some program I'm not familiar with, I guess. I mean, I will say that applying early decision frequently means that they're just not going to make you a merit scholarship because they might already have you locked into the early decision program. I don't know what's going on with UCLA's early decision program. You need to read all the fine print for UCLA's early decision program. But if it's a binding program, then they have no incentive to offer you a scholarship unless that's part of the binding program, in which case they would tell you up front. But
I guess my biggest problem here is that scholarships to me are really just the school is discounting the price.
Yeah.
Stipends are them giving you money. But it's very different for a school to be like, oh, we gave you a $20,000 scholarship, so we're going to turn around and give you 20 grand in cash.
A check. Yeah,
I just don't see that being likely. So,
but
anyway.
If we take Anonymous at their word, okay, that's what they say is the situation. I would just want them to double check and make sure that actually is the situation. All right, Anonymous continues. I have a 3.95 UGPA and scored 174 on the June LSAT, which would seem to give me a solid chance of acceptance to UCLA regardless of whether I apply early decision. I agree. Those numbers seem almost like a shoo-in at UCLA.
Okay.
3.95 has to be above their median. 174 has to be above their median. You got LSAT and UGPA above the median.
Yeah, estimator saying full tuition.
Yeah. So it's not just that you're going to get accepted. You're going to probably get a scholarship from UCLA. I don't think you want to apply early decision.
Do you have to apply early decision to get this tuition free as a dependent?
I don't think so. It doesn't say that. Anyway, Anonymous continues. Yep. However, some other parts of my application are very weak. While I do have some extracurricular experience, I have zero work or internship experience of any kind. I also can't count on glowing LORs. Really?
Why not? You have a 3.95. There's not a single teacher out there who thought you're the shit.
I don't get why you can't find two professors who were
you mean in class all the time?
Yeah, really. Sure seems to me like you should be able to rekindle some relationships with some old professors and say, hey, remember I took 2 of your classes and got A's in both of them? Remember how I got an A+ on your final? And I'm applying to law school now. Would you be so kind as to write me a letter of recommendation? They don't have to be glowing, by the way. They just have to say positive things about you.
Yeah.
My goal is big law. So I believe it's important to give myself the best chance of attending a highly ranked school I can. However, by applying early decision, I lose any possibility of receiving merit scholarships that could go toward living expenses and books, so acknowledging that if you apply to this early decision program, you're probably not going to get a scholarship. But our scholarship estimator says that you probably are going to get a scholarship if you just apply normally. So what's the value of applying early decision again?
And you're foreclosing. And Michigan, which is 10, is also full tuition on the scholarship estimator.
Yeah. And Michigan, we know, has in the past given generous stipends.
Yeah.
Anyway, continuing, 85% of UCLA law admits receive some scholarship, but early decision admits are not considered for scholarships at all. Okay, so there
Oh,
we have it.
geez. Yeah, just don't do this.
Don't apply early decision, dude. Any advice on this would be greatly appreciated. Thanks again. Yeah, do not apply early decision. Like, the slightly better chance of getting into UCLA is not worth the taking away all chance of getting a merit scholarship. That's crazy. Because that merit scholarship, if your facts are right, they could be giving you like $50,000, right? Like, you get a full ride from UCLA, and this program, according to you, any merit scholarships I receive would go towards living expenses.
Oh my gosh. I mean, I don't think they're going to do that, but if that's
Yeah,
true, then
I don't think that's
50
real
grand.
either. That program seems wildly over generous. But if it is, you should take advantage of it. And that means definitely do not apply early decision if the early decision program is not going to consider you for merit scholarships. P.S. I considered taking a gap year to obtain some work experience to improve my application, but I learned that my specific veterans dependents tuition waiver only applies to dependents under 25 years old who have never earned more than the federal poverty line of $13,000 annually, which means taking a gap year would cost me the waiver, so that's not an option. Man, these programs are just like designed to take advantage of them. I mean, it's just funny that we see somebody here, it's just human nature. And we would advise Anonymous to do exactly what Anonymous is talking about doing, right? I mean, yeah, definitely don't go out and do 1 year of work and earn $14,000 because that would disqualify you from this entire program.
Yeah.
So yeah, this is a situation where because of this well-meaning program, and it's going to have this perverse incentive of making this person not get a job.
Yeah.
But okay, well, yeah, use the situation to your advantage. Apply to school before you're 25. Never make over $13,000. But with your UGPA and your GPA, you're going to get in. And with your LSAT, you're going to get into lots of great California law schools.
And elsewhere.
Yeah, right. I mean, like, those numbers, you might get into Stanford. I don't know. So people are so worried about their softs that they just don't understand how good their hard numbers really are.
Yeah.
I mean, you've got a 99th percentile. I mean, whatever, your 99th percentile LSAT and GPA. The combination of those two puts you in the 99th percentile of all applicants. So apply broadly in the top 14, apply to every UC law school if this only applies to UCs. Stop worrying about your softs. I just don't think it's really going to matter. I think some of the schools are going to look at you and go, yep, you've got the horsepower to get it done at our school.
I would also apply broadly below the top 14 because once you get below that, you have a bunch more who are like full, and you don't know what kind of offers you're going to
Oh,
get.
yeah. Like UC Davis could be a perfect place for you to end up. UC Irvine could be a great place for you to end up. Schools that are not in the top 14, but they're, top 50 kinds of law schools. And man, if they give you a merit scholarship, which just magically turns into cash, and this government program pays for the tuition, you could go be a rock star in Davis, California, have all the best opportunities that UC Davis Law has to offer. Davis is a nice little town, by the way. It's hot as hell in the middle of the Central Valley in the summertime. But $50,000 a year coming to you as just money would make
that's
pretty nice.
unbelievable. I just don't
Just hang out at the pool all day.
That's a stipend.
It's hard to believe, but if it's true, I mean, it sounds great. Yeah. Don't apply early decision. Like, nobody should apply early decision. It's a scam. And boy, these facts do not make it a close call. How do these facts make it a close call? These facts make it way not a close call.
This person's looking at their weeks off after it's giving them too much weight, and then considering, the two most important facts are buried, right? The GPA and the LSAT.
It's like, I don't know. It's like, I'm great at offense and defense, but I'm not that good at I don't know, free throws or something, right?
Waving at the crowd. I'm not great
Yeah.
at waving at the crowd.
The soft skills, because making free throws would be a hard skill. Yeah, right. Yeah, I'm awesome offensively and I'm awesome defensively, but I'm real bad at the handshakes. I can't figure out how to do those complicated handshakes before, in the warm-ups, in the announcements. I don't know how to do all that shit. And I'm worried that the Lakers aren't going to want me. It's like, well, I don't know. You're elite at the things that really matter. They're probably going to give you some leeway on the things that
Did I
don't
mention
matter.
that I'm tall too? Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I'm 7 feet tall at block shots. I'm unstoppable on offense, but I'm real bad at, media day or something.
Yeah.
They clearly don't care about that. Okay. Let's wrap it up there.
Yeah. Email daily@lsatdemon.com if you'd like to ask us a question or share some LSAT or law school admissions news. Thanks for listening.